Like using drones and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Man, these drones come in all shapes and sizes, bro.
You don't even know that.
They said some of them the size of like a fly. You think it might be like a bee flying. Technology is crucial.
Which comes from a mindset, right? So everything someone's thinking, you can manifest into matter. And that's why I was just sharing I told her what we're about to do, and she thinks that's genius that God gave us that. And making it conversational, that was the key right there. So that's big, powerful. I mean, it's not that we won't do the other things, but this is definitely a good way to start. And it's more, me and her was having, she understands everything because we made it checkers versus chess. And I was trying to find the best way to tell her, give her code from the understanding I've been giving her over the past years, so she can understand how to discern what her doing. I said chess, and she understood, yeah, chess is, you got pawns, you got all those different people who can do certain things according to the rules. And then you have spirit, which is the person. Your personality is being transferred to a chessboard. So all those people who have different rank, from house Negro to slave to all those different components, you end the cycle at some point. But some people are only playing checkers, and the checkers game is what we're in right now. This is this form of capitalism is checkers, because everyone only can make one move, and only the kings can make all moves. You can go backwards, you can go frontwards. Nah, we don't want to play that game anymore, because chess is more intuition. Chess is connected to the creator, and that's the game we play. We was kings and queens. You see the same thing. It's like, we was kings and queens. Yeah. So if you're trying to be a checker, you're trying to play a king in a checkerboard. That's like me going to Vegas and be like, I'm gonna win everything. You're not gonna win everything.
Right now.
Yeah.
And if you win, they'll let you win to hook you in.
And you know that. And you know that. In the system, they allotted in the budget for that to happen. Defunding the police is like saying, we don't want the craps table to have 6 people over there anymore. What? That's our biggest money maker. We gotta rethink it.
I was just reading an article just now. Somebody has said that because PG County wants to raise property taxes. So they showed the news clip, and it had the councilman. So the black guy was like, no, we need better schools. We need more police officers. Like, this is this is what they need the money for. Like, it's already in the line item.
It's in the line item, and it's in the line of thinking.
Yeah, it's already there.
That line of thinking comes from the fruit, which is capitalism is slavery, period. That's just it. You think capitalism, you think slavery, period. Just like our African brother said. He said, you go over there, it's slavery. So if you're trying to be a king with a chess mentality or DNA, you got chess DNA, and you working in checkers, you working in Stone Age, concrete jungle. You ain't gonna never win. It's impossible for you to win. You only can get little pieces. You might get close to that back end, but they got all their 4 men up there already. They're judges, and you don't move that back line.
And they coming after you on all levels, all corners.
Just hit them with board game talk. This is chivalry. Chivalry is dead.
If you don't see, that's the thing I tell people. If you don't strategize, like everything you do, you gotta have a strategy. Like you can do it, you gotta do it, but there has to be something more than just going through being a zombie through the day and day, this day and day. I mean, if this is all that is, then there's a problem.
This is what I was going for.
Yeah, if you tell me you're doing this for a specific amount of time for X, Y, and Z for this plan, I got it. But if you have no plan, you just in it, just swimming, you gonna drown, son. Once you drown, that's it.
You already dead. You don't even know. You don't even know, because the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. That's process. Dead. You dead. So you got to know dead talk. So that's what I was teaching her. No dead talk.
But 3 levels. Repeat that again.
No dead talk. I told her.
You said steal, kill, and then ultimately destroy. 3 levels. Done. You'll be extinct. Irrelevant.
And
no more.
After generation, so then your generational DNA begins to is the right word amalgamate? It sounds right. I don't know exactly what that term means, but
Yep. See,
You know what I'm saying?
that's how they did to the people. Stole the identity, kill the spirit, destroy your whole lineage forever. People can't walk straight anymore.
So legacy is still holding up to a system.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh no, you're trying to be this. No, I understand the system from spiritual principles I learned in school. Just like this whole idea of 400 years. You see that in everything. And I'm seeing it in everything. Everything. All the stuff that's happening in our nation with the people being, the Pope bowing. Remember, what was the story? Okay, tell God to stop. All right, that's enough. You can go. Moses wasn't trying to move things in that way. He was trying to be self-reliant.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't dependent on man. That's where when we go to man, that's where we mess up.
Once you rely on man and you take man's gold and silver, they control you. They got you. They pay to play. That's the cost. You paying the cost.
Chess and checkers, baby.
Yeah, that's true. But that's the biggest hurdle and the biggest fear at the same time. Because even look at Moses, let my people go. They're all going off of what the words of what God said. They don't know what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
so they're just moving.
Ooh, and
they have no clue what it looks like.
Same thing with Abraham. Same thing with my life. When both my parents passed away, just went to California. Did we not? We just go to Atlanta. We don't know what's going to be there. Just like people who came here, you don't know. So when you go through a religious channel, it's always like you know everything and everything can be tamed. You think the creator of all things can be contained in a book.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, dog. That's a guidepost.
That's it. That's all it is.
Yeah, Yeshua said, my words are spirit and they are life. So if you don't walk in spirit, which is the spirit of truth, if you don't know the truth, you can never be free.
It's not possible.
But we worship money. That's our God.
Which is the what? The root of all evil.
Which is Luke chapter 4.
All that's in the world. Lust of the flesh, the lust of the eye, and the pride of life. That's all that's out there. Lust of the flesh, lust of the eye, pride of life. All of that stems from your love for money.
For power, greed, I want to be God, the knowledge of tree and good and evil. The day you eat of it, you will surely
die. So how many people?
Feed.
How many dead people are walking?
Is it loud? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't hear anything else.
Sure.
How many dead people out here walking?
That TV show is real. All that stuff is real. It's just the sorcerer. You know, the sorcerers could do the same thing. That's what we was talking about earlier. Remember, it was like when those plagues were hidden, the children of Israel couldn't even see that was God's hand. Moses had to tell them.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't see it because the sorcerers were doing the same thing. If you see somebody doing the same thing and you've been used to 400 years, that's what he was trying to say. They didn't understand it because, all the extra stuff around it. But 400 years, that's cycles, that's generational cycles. So we're in another cycle. 400 years, year of return. Why do you think we named it Ashan? Most High's been showing us this through process and through pain, through struggle, through loss. We lost a lot. But we gained everything.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
But we gaining everything now because we understand. Go back to what? The beginning.
Right.
Back to Eden. Ashan Foundation. The Ashan Foundation. Going back to community. Going back to purpose. So your people sitting on Gold Coast. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm on the Gold Coast. Everywhere we go, we got gold. You feel me? I even got it right here.
I got to show you Noel's new bracelet. It's a black and gold bracelet. Tight.
Ooh, Noel, you can get it with us too as well.
We have black and gold. I'll show it to you.
Yeah, I was supposed to wear my Zoe joint, but I had my jacket on because earlier when I had got out right here, and bought me a pair of these. You know when people be like talking about when they come out of jail. I love my guy Fred. So yeah, you boys pair of these. Yeah, but man is not gonna understand their purpose until they understand their reason. They're not gonna understand their purpose as on the earth because you're trying to play checkers. We got that, right? The checkers, yeah.
Right. I'm about to show you this. Let me see if you can see it.
All right, cool. Let me see. Put it on the screen right quick. Ooh, move that joint. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that's hard.
Like
what is she calling it though?
The black and gold. I don't know, but I get you some.
Yeah. I need everything on the outside to look like the inside.
Yeah.
Ashanti flow, you know. And we tribal people. Ghana was an empire from 2 to 12, from 2nd century. That's what I teach my daughter, 1,000 years. From the 2nd century, this is after we've been, running through when we got ransacked and Kemet and so forth and so on, and we were all nations were there. See, it's just like seed. You have different strands of whatever, or different types of cauliflower or whatever. You have different types of African American or native or indigenous. I'm coming from an indigenous standpoint. So if you're trying to understand everything we do from a Western standpoint, you got to up your level because that thought process is archaic. It's just old. You can see the signs of it, but you so hypnotized. See, demon powers are really powerful because they know they were there when the Most High created all things.
Right.
They were there, so they are the puppet masters of the human race. Just like we look at flies or we look at insects and we just step on them. It's the same thing. But once you realize who you are, then you can step into who you're supposed to be. They doing their job. The question is, are you doing your job?
Are you doing your job? That's it. What does your job look like?
Thank you.
Are you trying to be a copycat, or are you trying to be the best you, the only you?
We need you to be you. We don't need you to be somebody else, and that's what they teach us. So everybody do the music. Saying that's why I left the industry. It was hard because I was like that ego. You know what I'm saying? And so many people you work with, you see them reach certain heights, and then it's almost like, do you want that? And then I was listening to King Kenny want to Pimp a Butterfly. Lucy. We heard that. Didn't the children of Israel hear it? It's the stiff neck. I was stiff neck. Like my boy said, you from Ashan or you Judah? Man, y'all are stiff neck. Y'all love idols. And I was like, I don't love idols. I love God. Which God? There's many gods. That's the question.
Which God?
He used to always hit me with that. He used to make me so mad. My boy, yeah. He'd be like, the question is, which God? I'd be sitting there in my sin because I love the truth. I'm going to allow the truth to still work. You get what I'm saying?
That's a crucial question. Somebody asked you, somebody said, God, tell me which God? I don't think we serve the same God. Which God you talking about?
Which God are you referring to?
God. Oh, God.
In God we trust?
That is true. That is true.
So, man, before we even talk about what a man's job is and how we need to do this, we need to overstand. He said principalities and powers far above principalities and powers and rulers of darkness and spiritual wickedness in high places, which manifests into humanity. They don't know that that's destruction upon them. When you play with the devil, if you make allegiance with that or negative energy, how about that? I'm just speaking from my tradition, so I'm not getting into any religious sectors. My cultural background has most of its source through which I connect with the Most High in what they call the Bible. Moses and them ones like, this is the Bible. Moses and them, they oral tradition, this is what we,
that was the word. That was right. The word.
We don't need to write it down. We are the word. The word became flesh. Oh, and dwelt among them. I feel it here all in the deep crept. Shout out to Noel Jones. You know what I'm saying? He used to teach me when my parents passed away. My brother, we used to go there all the way to Hoover Street. I didn't even know. They was like, you don't know what that said? That's in do-do-do-do. I was like, I wouldn't think about none of that. I'm going to hear the word. My parents, I don't know. I don't have no direction. Ain't nobody finna help me, and that's the problem with the system. The system, we don't help each other. We don't care about each other. I'll be jogging and trying to make contact with black people, just be like, hey, and they don't even look at me like I ain't even there. But if I had a cute little, you know, Boston Terrier or something, oh.
We're not community mode. We've come here, we've adopted their philosophies, and then now we become these people on these individualistic islands. We have our own thought, and we think we're strong, but actually you're weaker because you're isolated. What happens when we used to watch National Geographic, when you watch to see how the lions or the predatory animals will go and target their prey? They'll wait for the one who straddles in the back, the weakest one.
Yeah.
Let the strong ones go, get the weakest one, attack, conquer, destroy. That's how we are. When you're isolated on an island, you have no connectivity, no power.
A zebra cannot see a lion head up, but the lion will not go amongst a bunch of zebras.
It's not going against the pack. It's not going to happen that way.
Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the show, we would love your support. Visit our Facebook page, hit like and follow on Instagram and Twitter. Until next time.